Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and one of you sent me, and I don't have the name right here in front of me, the box is over there. So I will try my best to remember and link her name below. But she sent me a box full of envelopes, and a lot of large envelopes. You know, I tell you, we don't get large envelopes here. We don't ever get any large envelopes. But she sent me some of those, and I was sitting around this morning trying to think of something that I could do with these, something that was a little bit different. Didn't come up with a lot that was a little different, but I did come up with a few things. Now, I'm going to be starting on I'm going to be making a rose journal, and it's just going to be made with lots of different colors of roses. Red ones and pink ones. I'll have some yellow ones in there. I know some of these may not be roses, but some of them are. And these are all collections from Kara Brandon. And I'll put her link below to her store. So mainly I wanted to go with the pale ones. So I may use a lot of this pink. And then she also has this blue collection that's really pretty. And then, let's see. Now, this is not Kara's, but I had thought about using, let's see, let me find the one. You know, I tell you, sometimes I mix and match the collections, and she has a collection that has some of these light pinks in it too. So I'm probably going to be using a little bit of both to make a journal with. And I'll put both of their links below to their Etsy store. But I'm going to start off with these envelopes, and I have folded it in the middle. Now this is probably not going to be something that you haven't seen before, but we're going to try to make it a little bit different and a little bit new maybe. So I'm going to trim off the top because this envelope was actually already cut at the top. So I'm just going to trim that top off. Try to get it pretty straight. That didn't want to cut that at all, did it? Let's see if we got it pretty straight. That'll work. That'll work, I guess. Right, there we go. Now, I always like to have something to put inside the journal to stitch into the signature. A lot of you may not do that. I don't know. I know I like to have regular size pages, then shorter pages, medium size pages, and all of that. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to make them into some smaller journal pages. Boy, I couldn't get that out. Some smaller. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Some smaller journal pages. And I left my glue open a minute ago, so let's unclog it. Now when I leave mine open too long, which I normally do, I just put it in there, twist it, and then I give it a good pull, and usually it's ready to go. I just make sure these are glued down well. Just make sure that your little flaps are glued down well so that when you put your paper on there, you won't lose anything. Now, I'm going to treat this just like a journal page. And you say, well, why can't you just cut a journal page down to that size and not even use the envelope? Because I want to use the journal page and then have it be my page, and then I'll have pockets at the top. So that's what I want to do. Now, I have not torn off the white around this, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off on a couple of these sheets first, and then I will come back and we'll start putting these together. Now, as you can see, these are so pretty. They're already collaged, so they're ready to go. Now, I will say this while I'm on here. If you have asked me a question under any of the videos and I have not answered you, please send me an email. I do check my emails every day. I don't check my YouTube comments every day. I just don't have time to right now. So if you have sent a message or a question, not a message, just a question. If you have sent a question, then please send it by email. And my email is linked below in the comments or in the description of the video. So just shoot me an email and I'll be glad to answer what I can. And I've already had some people that have done that because they realize that I am running on empty right now with everything going on. So if you want a quick answer, just shoot me an email. Okay. And I just got down my nonstick craft mat just because. And I could have laid that out flat. Yes, I could have, and put this on. But I don't want to cover this window here. I think I'm going to leave the window in. So what I'm going to do is, and this may work and it may not work, but we'll see. I'm going to line my ruler up with that. And then I'm going to tear my paper, hopefully, up to that. And then I think we'll be able to wrap it like that. And it won't take us quite so long to cover this envelope. So, see? That's what we did right there. And then we'll do that at the top as well. So I'm going to line it up there. And then tear this right up to there. Fold it over, and there we go. And then we can just tear this little piece off. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out if I want to leave any of it on there or not. I don't think I do. And then we'll tear the edges of these off. But this is my lazy man's way of covering an envelope. So see? Now you've got your envelope covered. And I did tear a little bit there, but that's okay. And all I have to do is cover right here. And I'll probably just slide that right up in there, like that. Yep, that'll work. Okay, we do need to cut the top off. So I'm just going to open it back up. Lay this down on here. And then I'll tear this. Like that. So there we go. Cute. Her collections are so pretty anyway, I'm telling you. Carrie, you do a great job, girl. And let's see, let's put that. Oh, no, we can't. It would be upside down. Started to put my bloom in the wrong direction. There we go. That works. Let's cut this little piece off right here. Go ahead and glue that down. And then glue this end down. And then we're ready to glue these. I've got so much glue on my fingers that it's coming off on my paper. But it's glue and ink, so it's coming off brown. There we go. Alright. So there's that. Cute. I like that. Now I am going to cut this at the top. Just straight. Straight-ish. That'll work. And then we'll trim right down through here a little bit. Like that. Make sure I get that glued well. Alright, so there is that. Now, inside this, I do need to slip a little piece of paper because when we pull this out, the tag out of here or the journaling card, I don't want that to be showing. So, I'm probably just going to go down in there with something like that right there. It doesn't have to be anything earth-shattering. Put that down in there. So just slide that down in like that and press it down. Whoops, I got a little piece showing right there, so I'm going to put just a little scrap on that. I slid it over that way too far. Not to worry. We will put a little piece right there. There we go. And that just looks like it goes with that. Okay. So there is that one. That side. Now I am going to cut out a little pull up here, but I'm going to cover in here first. Now you can use the same paper, you can use different paper. It doesn't matter. Just use whatever you want to use on the inside. I'm thinking that I might use something on the inside that's easy to journal on. What do you guys think? Maybe something like this? Easy to journal on? Tell you what, let's use this piece. You can write on this. So we will use this piece right there. Right, I think I'm going to use this on the inside. Then we can journal on that. I'm going to go on this end, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to use this end first. And I have trimmed off the sides of that. And I'll probably stitch around this, so I'm not going right to the edge with my glue. I'll probably give it some stitching. Now you can glue down the middle of this if you want. I'm not going to because I'm going to stitch that part in to my signature, but you can do that if you want to. Okay, let's go ahead and trim off around the edges. Just try not to cut your envelope open. Cool, that's good. I'm going to fold again. Now I would wait normally until this dries before I did any folding, but I'm going to fold it right now and find my bone folder, hopefully. And then we'll take our bone folder and give that a good press. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Got a little bit of paper sticking over right here, so I'm going to trim that off. Right. Now we can punch our pull at the top. And okay. Then down in here, I think I want to cover that just a little bit so that when you use that pocket, you won't see that paper. Do I want to cover it or not? I don't mind that black and white stripe, truthfully. Maybe I won't cover it. I'm just going to put some ink on it and we'll see. If I do want to cover it, I can always do that when I put it in my journal. It doesn't have to be done this minute. I think I'm going to leave that stripe for now. I don't really mind it too bad. And I'll decide later on, you know, when I do when I put it in my journal, I'll decide if I want to cover it or not, depending on how it looks in the journal. Okay, now I want to make 2 large journaling cards to go in here. And I need something that's pretty wide. So let me grab. Okay, these are just some backings off of Tim Holtz ephemera. I always save all that. Ooh, that's the perfect size right there. Now, I don't want them to stick up too much taller than the page, maybe that tall. So I'm going to cut both of them off to there. Yeah, I always save all of these because they're a nice thickness and they make a good tag. You can put a little paper on them and they're perfect. And see, even that would make some small tags. So yeah, I don't throw that away either. I know. Hoarding, hoarding, hoarding. Okay. Now, I said I was going to make these journaling cards, so all I'm going to do is cover them on paper and I'll round the corners. Now I'm going to cover the back in some paper that you can journal on. This is, I think this is some of our coffee dyed paper. I do believe. And I'm going to use my glue stick because I'm going to stitch around these, so I'm not going to worry about going all the way to the edge. Okay. And let's go ahead and trim around this. Oh, and I think Kara said that these collections that she sent me, I believe, don't quote me on this, but go check, that they were going to be 50% off until the end of the month. I believe that's what she told me. She sent me an email not early. She sent me an email this morning, and I didn't have time to read it all. I just saw a part of it. I read it real quick. So I think that's what it said, but don't quote me. Go over and check it out. Cover both of the backs. There we go. Right, now we can cover the front. So I'm not sure that I want to cover the front with that same paper. I would like to cover it with a paper that maybe a bird or something would show there. So I wonder if that would show. I think that little bird would show if we do that. Isn't that pretty? And we might be able to do this one on this side. Let's see. Let me go ahead and trim these edges off, and we will find out if it'll show. Alright, let's see. If we put that, the rose would show. But if we put this one in here, I think our bird's going to show. So we're going to try that. I'm just going to tear it off to the width of this and then put it in there, and we'll see if it's going to show. And if it's not, we may have to trim off the bottom just a little. Let's see. So if we go all the way to the bottom, might make our little birdie too high. Let's see. Yeah, so we need to trim off this bottom. Oh yeah, that will work perfect. I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and cover this with some glue. Okay, there's a nice journaling card. Let's go ahead and round the corners. And I'm going to do a 1/2 inch round. And I will stitch around these, but I'll wait until after the video, and I'll just show you in the photos what they look like stitched around. I think stitching around them makes them look completely different. There is that one. Isn't that cute? And it sticks out just the right amount. I got our little bird showing in there. Turn my light up a little bit. There we go. And then on this side, we won't really have to put anything that shows through because we don't have a show through area. But I was thinking about, but I think I will go ahead and use this anyway. I just love that. I think that's so pretty. So I'm just going to put that down there. Again, I'm not going to go all the way to edge with my glue because I'm going to stitch. And you know that I can't wait till the glue dries before I stitch, so therefore, don't put it all the way to the edge. Then it doesn't gum up my needle so bad. Okay, then we'll trim this off, and we'll go ahead and put a little bit of ink around it. I just want enough to cover up that white edge. There we go. And then we'll put this one in. All right, there we go. 2 pages, because we have page here. Really, we have 4 pages. A page here, page here, page here, and a page here. Right, let's see. I think I want to put a label on here. So let me grab a label. I have got to print more labels. I am just about out. That one's got a little bit of pink in the background. I like that. So I'm going to trim it down just a tiny bit, and we'll put this on there. And these labels are from Tracy Fox on Etsy. Let's put it right there. Cute. It does say forest, but I don't care. That's fine. All right. Then on this side, do we want a number, maybe? Yeah. Oh, I like that number up there, and we're going to put a number down here, so that will work. These are, again, are from Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. I'm going to put it right there, make it kind of look like the little birdie standing up on it. That will work. All right. I think that is it. So that's going to be one of our pages in our rose journal. And I may call it a pink rose journal because I think I'm going to do mostly pinks, light pinks, dark pinks, that kind of thing. So that's it. That's one of our pages. And that's how to use one of those large envelopes. This one right here. And I'll tell you what size these are. This is 9.5 by 6. So 6 by 9.5. And that makes a perfect page in a journal with pockets, page pockets. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, because remember, we're having a giveaway, and if you're not subscribed, you can't enter. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.